Hi, it's Kyle and Kyle podcast. We're just, chilling out in Ibiza water.
We fell off the...
Jet ski, chilling.
Yeah.
Just,
Why not?
Send yourself.
Yeah, we're just a pod here, mate.
Yeah, so how's the experience been so far? For any of you listening, we're currently swilling, so yes, it's fucking toasty and just get eaten by a shark. Just fucking...
Neon lights, dancing with my demons, do the dash me out of sight. Run it up, secure the bag.
Right, by now you've already heard the intro, I hope, if I've done it right.
Yes.
So, we've got Coffee that Came a Prize over here, so just try and ignore that a bit, and it might be me waffling on a bit more, because Buddy got ill on our little trip to Ibiza, which, as I say, was hopefully in the little bit before. But, what happens in Ibiza?
Stays in Ibiza.
So, thanks for tuning in. Nah, jokes.
We'll just run it off now.
Yeah. So, well, first things first, we'll go with our normal stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So, technically, it starts with you, so you have to talk now, because it's music recommendation, or do you want me to just name the song, because I already know?
No, you have to know the other artist's name that's with him. So I'll just say it, right?
Doesn't say I don't know that.
Yeah, it's fine. Music recommendation is James Hype, Miggy De La Rosa, Ferrari.
Oh yeah, Miggy De La Rosa.
But that's going to be introduced to the SI Pod playlist on Spotify.
Yep, so we'll add that in, can't we?
Yes.
Right, what's next?
TV, film, game recommendation, mate.
TV and film today. No game, because I couldn't really find anything, to be honest, that I wanted to include. So, to start with, we are TV show. Season 6 has recently started, so Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, decent little TV show, which I'm pretty sure you haven't watched the 5th season of, have you?
What, in the club? It's just me and my short. No.
It's on Netflix, so you can watch it.
Seasons.
But
it's
new
good,
season, I think it's weekly episodes at the moment, so
I might binge a couple.
There's only a couple out at the moment, but I don't know where you can watch them, because it's out in America, so it's not actually on English Netflix yet.
Best character's Morty's dad.
Jerry.
Yeah.
As I say, I was trying to think of the name. I haven't watched it in a while, so. But yeah, banter TV show anyway. And the film recommendation is one that neither of us have watched, because it came out on the 12th of August, I believe. Nope.
Horror film.
The dude from
Alien.
Get Out, is it?
The same director who made Us and Get Out.
Yes.
Did you ever watch Us?
So, no, I don't actually think I've watched either of them.
Really?
Yeah, but this one looks more banter than the other two, to be honest.
You should watch it.
It looks quite good.
They're both actually quite good. I watched them both in cinema. Like you said, Nope, I was half tempted to watch that with you in the cinema. I think it's more aliens there. I don't know whether it's more...
Yeah, it looks funny though, doesn't it?
They don't
like funny
actually
horror.
know what's up there, and it's the whole suspense of do you ever actually get to see what they're running away from?
Yeah. I was
I
going
think
to say,
so.
it's my recommendation. I don't really know anything about it.
No,
but it looks like a cool film, so I'd say check it out.
I completely forgot the director's name. He's a comedian as well, I think. Jordan Peele. Is it Jordan Peele?
That sounds familiar, yeah. When I was looking at it earlier, it sounds familiar. So,
right,
on to the next. So, page from the book.
Right, page from the book. This is a Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows by John Koenig. And the word is liberosis.
Liberosis.
Liberosis. I'm going to try and do this without coughing then. So, what's that? Right.
Good start.
The desire to care less about things, to figure out a way to relax your grip on your life and hold it loosely and playfully, keeping it in the air like a volleyball with quick and fleeting interventions, bouncing freely in the hands of trusted friends, always in play. So you treat life like a volleyball. Between your mates, you're just bouncing it about.
Just fuck it all.
So we got the word from Italian libero, apparently. A libero is a position on a volleyball team that can move at a greater liberty than other players, subbing freely and without permission, with an emphasis on keeping that ball in play.
Fair enough.
So it's more
Can't
volleyball.
say I've heard of that, even though I used to do a lot of volleyball.
But I think it's like Italian word, I guess.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a case of you treat your ball, say what you want to do is this volleyball, and you have your team and you set each other up, don't you? I guess.
Yeah.
You keep the ball in play all the time.
Yeah,
it
makes
never
sense,
goes out back and forth. So I guess what I was linking it to our main topic would be floating through life sort of thing. You just pick up whoever you see en route.
Just floating through life.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
it. Which obviously ties in with
Our trip.
our trip to Ibiza.
Yeah, meeting new people and making
Yeah.
new connections and all sorts, and
Yeah.
going with whatever goes, isn't
Yeah.
it? So yeah.
Decent.
So yeah, mate.
Main topic. So
Oh my God.
we'll put this as Ibiza
sick.
and solo travel. So
Yes.
obviously we didn't solo travel, but pretty much everybody we met did. So where do we start?
I was trying to think like how you like to say this. Imagine, do you want to go through like the days and then get your experience from it, and I'll just say my experience through each day. Do you want to say that like that? Because your
Yeah.
summary of
So
stuff's probably
I mean,
more banter, isn't it? From what you've been.
first day wasn't
described
really
as.
much, was it? I mean, we got there, we went down to the beach quickly, met up with a couple of
The
people,
flight was delayed a little bit, so that kind of.
trolled it.
But then
Yeah.
we got like some mad like taxi pick us up. To be fair, that didn't need to be that
Oh yeah,
big a taxi, but
like
it's
a
jokes,
van
wasn't it?
taxi. You fit like 15 people in, and it was just us
Yeah,
two.
yeah.
Maybe not 15, but maybe like 10. But yeah, we went down to the beach, didn't we, with Elena and a few people she'd met from a hostel, which obviously we'll go on to a bit more in a minute.
Yeah.
Well, no, we'll go on to it now actually, because then we went back to the hostel, didn't we? After we'd gone up to the hotel,
A lot
sort
of the
sorted
time,
ourselves
so
out.
me and you stayed in the Ibiza Rocks hotel. But a lot of the time,
Wristband
yeah,
for
so I've taken
video.
it off.
Yeah.
but a lot of the time we stayed at the hostel just because I feel like we just bonded with people there.
Yeah, so-
straight away. So it kind of just gave us the intention just to keep going back.
Going on to the solo travel, like whole vibe. Obviously, most people we met in the hostel were on their own, either at that point or had been at some point of their travel, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's all just one big vibe, kind of like you get to know different people, and everybody's really chatty and that, aren't they? Which, if we didn't go with Elena, which is obviously one of your friends,
Yeah.
we might not have necessarily experienced, because she stayed the Monday and Tuesday,
Yeah.
and then we joined on the Wednesday. So she stayed in that hostel, met a few people, and then joined us in Ibiza Rocks on the Wednesday
Yeah.
for the rest of it. But
doubt we
having
would've
made
gone
that
hostel, though.
having made that initial connection with those people,
Yeah.
we then ended up there constantly, even though we weren't staying there. We just
Yeah.
kind of like rocked up.
Which is quite cool that they're quite open about it, isn't it?
Yeah,
You just meet in
exactly,
the communal
yeah.
area there, which is quite sick. And I think with a hostel, it's kind of like they're probably going to be travellers anyway. Like you said, we met like Aussies on European tours and stuff, so they're only there for like a little period of time. So why not just enjoy
Yeah,
the company
exactly.
there
Yeah.
when you're there?
Yeah, definitely. Thursday was the first full day. Then I can't even remember what we did. To be
Neither
honest,
could I, mate.
no.
I should have like.
Yeah, we should have prepared this a
Written
bit
it
better,
down a
shouldn't
bit.
we? I'm just gonna have a quick gander on the photos, because then it's kind of easier to tell. I know one thing we did actually.
Nah, we did your first super club, I'd imagine, isn't it? So the
What do you
clubs there about 50 to 70 maybe euro to enter. You got like smaller clubs, but we went to Martin Garrix Thursday night.
Yes, and Tiny Temper. Don't forget Tiny Temper, because she's
Yeah.
a banger. So that is basically the reason we went to Ibiza, isn't it? Because we wanted
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see that concert.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we'd seen Martin Garrix before anyway, but it was cool to see him. And his set was better in Ibiza than it was at Tomorrowland, wasn't it? I thought so. A bit more energy, but it might just be down to like the type of music, say.
Yeah.
Because being more EDM at Tomorrowland, I think it was a bit more. I'll say a bit more mellow. And then this one it seemed like he went a bit more ham with it, didn't he?
And he was there for a bit longer, wasn't he? His set
Yeah.
was quite long, it felt like.
Well, yeah, 2 hours, I think. And obviously Tiny Temper doing all of the
Yeah, sick to
classic
see
old
him.
songs, because
Yeah.
we've listened to him for God knows how many years. Well, since Pass Out, say.
Yeah.
Since that came out, we've kind of like been.
And he had to do this
Listening to
iconic
him.
Miami to Ibiza. Bang.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're in Ibiza, you have to do Miami
Yeah.
to Ibiza, don't you?
Nah,
So
it was sick to see him, to be fair.
other than that, I can't really remember what we did that day. I think we just kind of like wandered around and.
We went to another club as well.
So afterwards, yeah,
I don't know the
DC
name.
10.
Is it? Oh, okay.
DC 10, yeah. Weird little carton of water. That's all we have to say about that.
And price, but I ain't going to say anything else from that.
Price.
I'll clock with you in a sec. But yeah, it was kind of like a warehouse vibe. So it's like all kind of packed into one place, and it's all like techno-y sort of music.
Yeah, it was a bit. at that point, we didn't really think much of the music, did we? To be honest, it was kind of like,
At that point-
what's the point in this music, sort of thing. Like, it was a bit weird, but at the same time, I suppose it was kind of,
Especially for
it was
you,
the
like, new one, isn't
start
it?
of our experience there. So it was like we had to get into it a bit more, didn't we? Still,
Because what I was thinking in my head before we went to Ibiza, say like your main music taste is like hip hop and stuff,
yeah,
isn't it? I
it's
could probably
completely
tolerate
different.
dance music, but I can only do it for like a certain amount of time, probably until.
Yeah.
But then after listening to it for a while, you slowly settle into it, and the whole
Yeah, you get
atmosphere
used to
that
it, yeah.
comes with it.
Yeah. But that DC10, it was like a cool place, wasn't it?
yeah, it was a cool set,
Like it was kind of like a
setting.
little festival vibe with the
Yeah.
like outdoor like flooring and
Each
like your
club
little
was a
like
bit
huts
like it,
kind of
really.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we couldn't quite get into it, could we? So I think we went home for like, I'd say we went home for like 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning, which
Yeah.
is still like
We were there for a few
decent
hours.
night, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Anyway, so that was the Thursday. Yeah, just as I said, during the day we didn't really do anything, did we? So it was just
I
kind
can't
of like
remember what we
exploring a
did.
bit more.
I think it might have been we went to the hostel during the day, so we made initial connections.
Oh yeah, we went. Yeah, because I remember going in the pool actually. Yeah.
We went there for like a few hours and just chilling because it was quite hot there as well. And that's where
Quite
we made
hot.
initial connections that stayed with us most of the trip, to be fair.
Yeah.
So it was worth going there. And then Friday, I can't remember what we did during the day.
Friday during the day.
Reggae Beach, me and you went, I imagine.
No, that was Saturday. Friday
Was it?
during the day, we went to the Ibiza Rocks party. That's the day we did that.
Oh, okay.
Because that's where our little group picture came from.
So if you stay in the hotel, you get free access to all the events there, don't you?
Yeah. So all the little parties that they have going on.
Yeah.
It's like 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. or some stupid amount. No, it wouldn't have been that. 11 till no.
I
don't know. Maybe
Whenever you hear
like
music,
midday till 9 p.m.
yeah.
Then like it was always daytime stuff because it was like pool party kind of vibes.
We wanted to check one out.
So
at
we
least,
went. Yeah, we every time you walk past, like during the day, obviously there was something going on, so you could have a little gander
Yeah.
and bob along. But we wanted to check it out once, and that day the people from the hostel got free entry, so
Yeah.
we went with them. That gave us like a better reason to actually go.
And that's when we bumped into some new people as well, I think, that gig.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
some new people joined. So the hostels, obviously, there's new people each day, sort of thing, isn't there? So some new people joined us on that as well to go to the gig.
yeah, that was sunset night as well. Where applauding the sunset.
What was it?
Yeah.
One of your icks.
So the sun was setting. We sat on the beach in front of this place called Mambo's, and as soon as the sun disappeared, everybody started clapping. It's like, why? It's like this whole clap for the NHS thing, and you're just like, what?
Clap when the plane
people will
lands.
disagree.
At least
Okay,
that's
yeah.
the
So
job,
let's
I
take
guess,
away the
but-
NHS thing. Yeah. Okay. So I'll retract that statement. So now you said the plane, like clapping when the plane lands.
But clapping when the sun goes?
But clapping when the sun goes. Clapping
That's
when the
the
plane
overall
lands, you can
jokes.
kind of understand. They're like, yay, pilot did a good job, but what? Yay, the sun did
Well,
a
I
good
said to you,
job.
wasn't it, like Simpsons reference? You see the little sun going, oh,
Yeah.
we say thanks for
Fuck's
doing the
sake.
job. Like, what? Thanks, Mother Nature, for
Yeah, exactly.
doing
Absolute
your job.
banter, though.
Yeah. Sorry for the
Friday
coughs.
night. Oh, Friday night was high.
What was Friday? Was
high.
it?
Yeah.
David Guetta.
So hang on, because we didn't say. So
Guetta.
the Martin Garrix Tiny Temple one was Ushuaia. Because it didn't
Well,
actually
yeah,
say the
you
name
said
of the
the
club, I
name.
don't think.
Ushuaia?
Ushuaia.
Is it?
I think that's how you say it. Yeah,
Okay.
Ushuaia. That's what everybody else was saying anyway.
Yeah.
And then Friday night was High. So I think it's one of the best clubs there. Was supposed to be.
Personally, looking at the club, it looked insane,
Yeah.
though, the setting. Like,
But it was fucking AIDS.
I'd recommend, definitely checking that one out, where it's like there's DJ set in the toilet, like you're leaning against the door,
Oh,
and all
yeah.
of a sudden, like, you
So
fell into someone.
you've got these like all your cubicles down the side, and it literally just looks like walls, doesn't it? Like you wouldn't guess that they were toilets in there, would you?
No.
So you've got this whole DJ thing going on in the middle, loads of people around the DJ set and all that, and then the toilets down the side. So you could be taking a dump with somebody standing right outside the door listening to a DJ.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how mad it is.
Festival vibes.
That's probably one of the coolest things, actually. Like
The
how
club was
random.
insane, to be honest. But so obviously the night we went, I think they said they oversold the event, to be fair.
So
mean, it's
it
way too
was
many
David
people.
Guetta. It's like the main person, wasn't it? James Hype was there as well. So
Yeah.
your Ferrari song
Yeah.
recommendation. But where I say it's the fact of if there was 5,000 capacity, they'd sold 15,000 kind of thing.
It did seem
So
like
it
that.
was like you literally stand there and you are shoulder to shoulder, fucking nips
proper squish
to dick kind of thing, like squishing against each other. And if you're trying to get past people, you are literally pushing everyone. Like
funny,
every inch of your body is touching somebody else because there was so little space. You're getting like shoved up against walls, shoved up against bars and all that.
You can't really dance and stuff if it is dance music, isn't it?
You couldn't do anything. So you could literally stand there like a pencil. That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the bus there was quite cool. That reminds me of like back home.
Bus
to be fair,
yeah, exactly. Like
hooligan sort of energy.
Football hooligan chant kind of thing. Yeah, that's
smacking
the vibes of it, wasn't it? Yeah, exactly. Next on the agenda was it was jet ski day on Saturday.
Oh, sick.
So, personally, best part of it, just because it's something new. Obviously, I haven't done it yet. Other stuff like it's like, okay, yeah, you could kind of always do that if you wanted to, but jet skiing for us is a bit more difficult to just kind of randomly do, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah, it was an insane experience. There'll be videos at some point on YouTube, or you can check the socials and you'll see little like snippets of it and that. But I'll try and put together something a bit better, like a proper video of us doing the jet skiing anyway. Because I think that is like, it's our main highlight for the trip, wasn't it, really? Other than obviously like meeting people and all that.
Yeah.
But the main like activity thing that we did, it was the best part, I think.
I think it's going to help with like music promo and stuff, isn't it? Because I mean,
yeah,
we're quite into getting like certain video shots and stuff like that, and the jet skiing was well fun to like start doing that sort of stuff, isn't it? Get underway, and obviously sending yourself up a wave, isn't it?
Oh yeah, exactly. Saying, it literally just went silent.
Oh, it's all good.
And we were in the air sideways.
And you're on the back of it.
And I'm on the back, just looking down, thinking, shit.
Oh, it was jokes. You said slow down, isn't it? It's like, nah, mate. No.
There was certain points where it's like, if we don't slow down, we're fucked there, aren't we? Kind of thing. So what happens? We don't slow down.
Exactly.
And we're fucked.
Send it.
Yeah, exactly.
You saw the wave there, and it's just like, you can slow down.
Like, you're saying that. You're like, it's fine in that, and I'm holding on for dear life. And we swapped seats, and he said the exact same thing I did. So, it's a bit mad back here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yes, it's just a bit.
Yeah. That was well fun.
Reggae Beach. So I think that's actually what it was called, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Reggae Beach. So more our type of music, because it was like reggae hip hop remix kind of things, like your Snoop Dogg and your whatever else. Let's just say that one name.
Met a dude back home though, wasn't it? Bristol person.
Oh yeah, a little Bristol party. So obviously just up the road from us, sort of. Well, I say within 50 miles. Selling his little boat tickets for going over there. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool to have a little chat to him as well.
Which led on to what we did later on as well, didn't we? So we managed to get like a boat cruise with him or something.
Yeah, like it was a little like yacht party, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Little sunset yacht party. So, fancy.
It was originally going to be a reggae gig, wasn't it?
But when
we get to that day.
Yeah.
But Reggae Beach was sick.
Mr. Looky.
A lot of the time.
Everywhere. Yeah. And other people, which dealers, isn't that? That's what you need to say. So
dealers, yeah.
Everywhere, yeah. Like you can't get away from them, kind of thing.
So I just look like one anyway. So I'm the one that gets approached, didn't it? You got approached like once.
I got approached more than once.
And everyone just goes up to me, boss man.
Yeah, a couple of times when you weren't there, I got approached.
Of course.
But yeah, because then I looked like a drug dealer apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was more of a family-friendly area, though, wasn't it? It wasn't as crazy.
Yeah, there was more like, I'll say there was some older people, there was kids. It was, again, seeing a different like side of it, wasn't it, really? Yeah. Where you had the little like hotel resort kind of thing just next to the beach as well, where obviously those people had probably come from. But it was like opposite the water to where we were staying, so opposite Mambo's area. But yeah, cool little vibe, cool to actually go and see it kind of thing.
And then we missed the last boat back, didn't we? So we kind of decided not to, didn't we?
We stayed over that side and watched the sunset because I think it was a bit clearer over that side.
And we got cool videos as well. So again, it's cool for the work side.
Yeah.
But it was quite cool to see walking down that strip part, because we would have seen places that we didn't actually see beforehand, wasn't it?
Being on that side, I don't know. Okay, yeah, so being on O Beach and around the opposite way to, let's say, Mambo's, because I think they're two like big places, it was a complete different vibe. So you had a lot more Spanish people on the Ocean Beach side, and then a lot more English people on the Mambo side, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you could tell like a contrast. You'd be walking, and all of a sudden it just switch, and you just hear English constantly. Like most people were English, weren't they? Like, I suppose it's an English destination, isn't
Yeah.
it? So, or English-speaking destination, let's say. But yeah, it was cool walking down, seeing all the different stuff. That we had that lady making a little sandcastle kind of thing, and having like candles and stuff inside. So it
yeah.
actually made it light up like an actual castle kind of thing. So like people doing that sort of stuff on the sides.
Yeah,
It's
it
pretty
was quite
cool.
Yeah. That was one club we didn't actually go to though, A Beach, wasn't it? Maybe I'll have to do that next time.
Yeah, we kind of saw over, didn't we? So because of, let's mention this, because of obviously what's happened to the Queen of England, obviously passing, they dressed up, I don't know what they're called, as the Royal Guard people with the big black hat
Beefeaters,
things.
I think. Yeah.
Beefeaters, yeah. Or, yeah. Along those lines, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Royal Guard.
But they dressed up as, they had girls dressing up as those people, doing their little like
lingerie.
like I'd say tribute kind of thing to it, wasn't it? Like
It would be cool to see that.
it would have been cool to see that, but obviously we didn't know it was going on, did we?
Yeah.
So, yeah, a bit mad that really, but
yeah,
different vibes again,
What
isn't
else?
it?
What did we do that night?
Saturday night. Well, we went out. We wanted to go to it was hip hop, club, wasn't it? But it was free entry before a certain time. You have to wait in a queue to get in. It was taking ages, and then we got fed up at like 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Thought, fuck this, and just kind of went. We just thought I'll sack tonight off, and then just kind of enjoyed the next day, wasn't it? So,
I think so, yeah.
which was probably just as well because Sunday was a bit mad, wasn't it?
Was that the last? Yeah, that was best
Sunday night,
my
yeah.
favourite night,
So yeah, Sunday night was the best night into Monday morning.
Typical,
You
it's
have
our
to
last
say,
night, wasn't
yeah,
it?
exactly. It's like you settled in properly and the company
Yeah,
was
exactly.
decent.
Yeah.
So we went out in the morning, tried to see what we could do, wasn't it? Or I say morning, like midday. And then obviously that's when we figured out we couldn't go on the reggae boat, but we went on the we went on the yacht instead. So it's a bit of a different contrast.
But yeah.
And then obviously there was me, you, and one other person that we met went on that.
Yeah.
For like sunset, like boat thing, but you could go snorkeling, canoe kayak thing, like a glass canoe kayak thing.
Somebody got stung by jellyfish.
Paddleboarding and that, and yeah, a couple of people got stung by these little. I think it was the little white jellyfish or clear jellyfish that was stinging people. But we didn't, did we? But
didn't see one, no. But yeah, it was good fun though. That was sick.
Yeah, cool little boat ride. Obviously playing your music on the boat as well. Yeah, we had to, didn't we?
Of course, like they came up to us, wasn't it, saying like you can plug in the.
Yeah, here's the Bluetooth speaker name. Put what you want on, kind of thing. Wasn't it?
Literally all the other people on the yacht.
Yeah.
It's like, well, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Bit mad, really.
Tunes on.
But trying to think of after that. Obviously, after that, we kind of got ourselves sorted. Went back to the hotel, got absolutely sloshed, didn't we?
Well, that's when we realised the Ibiza Rocks toilet that night as well.
Oh, bloody hell. So, for some reason, every time you flush the toilet, the water got hotter.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
if you had any sort of splashback or anything like that, you would burn yourself. So, your dick would be gone, your ass or your balls would be gone. Like, it would sear you. Like, there was steam coming out of the fucking toilet, wasn't there? It was literally like you just boiled a kettle.
So
like, it was
PG
mad.
tips over and just...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Just, stick some fucking tea bags in there and get your mug and just scoop out the water. You'd be alright, wouldn't you? Fucking spunking it for milk.
Oh, fucking hell.
Nice salty cup of tea.
I can't laugh, mate, 'cause it'll probably make me fucking
Yeah, exactly.
cough, man.
After that, obviously, the whole getting sloshed thing, not just the whole dick in the water thing. We went, so we met up with a couple people from the hostel that we'd already like seen before, and a couple other like new people that decided to come along with us as well. And we ended up losing the new people, most of the new people straight away, didn't we? One of them stuck with us, but two of them went.
Yeah.
To Amnesia.
Yeah,
Was it
that was the one
Amnesia?
club that I kept getting told to go to before
Yeah.
going anyway. So I said to some people going, "Oh, this is the club that I was thinking of going." And one of the girls was like, "Oh, they actually wanted to see one of the artists there, isn't it?" So
Oh yeah, exactly.
turns out all right, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, best night. I mean, it was a bit mad, I suppose. I'm going to chalk it down to it's the night I drank the most, and that's probably why I went a bit more ham with it all. But yeah, it was just decent in general, and you kind of get into the music a bit more, wasn't it? I felt like it wasn't even as hot, but maybe that's just because we stayed out later.
Well, yeah, one of them had a fan as well, wasn't it? It was nice.
Or
Nice to get a
yeah,
fan.
yeah, little fan. But stayed out till we got back. You went back into the hotel at 6, didn't you? And I stayed out a little bit longer chatting to somebody and stayed out till 6:30. Went back to the hotel, packed, didn't we? And left for the airport at 7.
Yeah.
So no sleep that night. Get to the airport.
Crashed.
Fucking hour earlier than we needed to anyway, and then what happens?
Flight was delayed.
Flight was delayed by 2 hours. 2 hours. It's good, wasn't it?
Floor.
Literally, because I don't like falling asleep in airports. So you sat there, and because you're so tired, you can just feel your head doing this in the video. Watch the video a sec.
Head just tilting.
Right.
Yeah. God.
So you're like, for anybody listening, your head like drooping down and your eyes go, and then all of a sudden your head like shooting back up because you're like shit I'm awake kind of thing. Like, oh my god. But yeah, I was a bit mad really, wasn't that? And then obviously get home and be depressed.
Die. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But overall, insane trip. It was probably one of my favourite holidays, to be honest.
Yeah, it was quite cool to think. So I said I didn't really know what your vibe with Ibiza would be like.
Yeah,
enjoy it.
I'm not a party goer, let's say. But it was like the daytime stuff made it like decent. That fucking word, I said decent so many times. But then a couple of the nighttime like going out kind of things made me think like, oh yeah, this is actually really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not really like, I still wouldn't say it's my thing, but it's cool to go and do, like especially when you're in a different country, you're in a different like atmosphere. It's cool to go out and do, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So.
I definitely recommend like people traveling there, and like you said, it doesn't even need to go there with a group of mates.
Yeah, so
onto
the whole solo travel thing then. We had a couple people even say to us that they were a bit skeptical and they were worried when they got there, like, oh my god, and, like I feel out of place kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then give them a couple, I say a couple days, give them like a day. And they're like, oh, actually, this is pretty cool. And then some of them ended up meeting us, and they were like, yeah, we wish we'd met you earlier, kind of thing. Because
some it was banter, wasn't it, with us a bit
so, yeah, one person postponed their stay. Well, actually, no, technically 2 did, because Elaine did as well, didn't she? So, yeah, 2 people ended up extending their stays so they could stay longer with us. Which was cool, wasn't it? Because it was nice to get them there a bit longer.
Yeah. Good energy, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. There was one other thing I was going to mention.
Compared to this episode for me, mine.
Can't remember what it was. Yeah, exactly. Just coffee came a prize, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just
see, Butteryear got ill from it, didn't they? Everybody in the hostel was getting ill, weren't they?
It's like if you say if you're speaking loud over a club anyway, you lose your voice, don't you?
Yeah.
People trying to talk to you all the time.
Yeah, and after the time you don't understand anyway, and you just nod along like, oh yeah, kind of thing, and you're like, I ain't got a clue what you said, but.
Yeah. But.
Oh dear.
Probably a mixture of all sorts, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, mate. What else would you say?
Your
new nickname that you got given.
That's the one. So apparently I come out of random shit. Like something will happen and I'll just be like, what is that? Like, why is this a thing? Like, what is that person doing or whatever?
Yeah.
So I have become Kyle Pilkington instead of Carl Pilkington.
Yeah.
With the stupid like comments when you're somewhere. Like, what is that?
I think it's like you'd say, like, it's just so blunt with some stuff that you would say though, which makes it jokes.
Just literally, it'll pop in my head and I'll just say it. Like, obviously there's a filter,
straight up.
So it's like I'm not going to say something ridiculous.
Brutal honesty.
But it's like, yeah, like somebody's being an absolute dickhead in the background, like dancing like an absolute nutcase. I'll just be like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like, okay, yeah, they're having a good time, so like that's chill. But it's just the initial thought of like, what is that?
It's like that Carl Pilkington, and like when you see the pyramids of Giza, isn't it? Or guys, whoever they
call
don't
them. See that in the brochure, do you? For the little bags floating across.
Something like, you would say like, this looks like a shithole, and it's like it's a wonder of the world, but it's like, nah, this looks like a shithole.
So yeah, going into the club when there's loads of people, it's like fucking packed in like sardines.
Yeah, it's like a sick looking club, but then you'd just be like, this is fucking just shit, isn't it? Oh, funny. And
then this we've born with the phrase "life of an introvert" as well, haven't we?
Yeah, that's
so
a big
obviously
project for you.
There's straight face pictures and videos from me everywhere we go, and obviously you get in on it sometimes, and we've managed to get other people to do it now as well, haven't we? For a couple photos.
Imagine there's a trend there.
Yeah, exactly. Good. Literally just me straight face, dead emotion, just.
Because what we initially was going to do is like try and put you in the wildest setting, where like you just stand out so much that you're doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it? And
there's an absolute madness.
We've had some mad ones that we've managed to get where it's like what the hell, are you all right? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
but I think it's like this jokes, because it's like if you're an introvert, you don't necessarily express emotion,
Yeah.
do you?
You're having a good
inside,
time,
don't
but you
Yeah.
don't necessarily show it.
So I think
Yeah,
it could
you keep to
resonate well
yourself.
with other
Yeah.
people that are like it.
Right. I think that's we'll call it there. So
But you'd
that's our cool
recommend it?
little experience. So I'd recommend going. And we'll obviously wait to hear about the next one, which is going to be Amsterdam in a couple of weeks. So
Yeah, hopefully recover, isn't it?
yeah, hopefully recover by then,
You'd
and
be
then
right
fuck
yourself
ourselves again, isn't it? So right, new music. If he can get through the list.
You're doing the list, mate. I think
Am I?
I don't think
Okay.
I can read it, mate.
Right, so here we go. New music, a mixture of all the random shit that he always says. So Lewis Capaldi, Forget Me, Bruce C, Say No More, Central C, LA Freestyle, LA Leakers Freestyle. This is why I don't do this.
It's the first time you've seen this, so yeah.
Tom Odell, Smiling All the Way Back Home, The Amazons, How Will I Know If Heaven Will Find Me, NAV, Demons Protected by
NAV.
Angels, Big Sean, what?
NAV.
Nav.
Yeah.
Nav.
That's right.
Big Sean, Detroit, The Huna, Fugazi, The Snoots or Snuts, Knuckles, Tiesto, I can say that one. Can You Dance, in brackets to my beat. Eden, ICYMI. Mike, Long Legs, Kid Ink, Make Some Friends, Parkway Drive, Darker Still. You had to add Parkway Drive in there, didn't you? Not
Is that the end one?
Sock Parkway Drive. Sock yourself. Yeah, so there's your new music.
Yeah. That was good, mate.
I completely butchered that, but
That was alright.
who cares really?
Yeah,
So
better than me doing it. I'll be coughing every other sentence. Yeah, so.
right, fact and joke. Fact or joke?
Oh my days. I'm a bit skeptical of the joke because it's like if I'm laughing, I think we're gonna have to write it off. So do joke last. Do
So
facts first.
I've just realised that the fact ties in with something technically.
Is it funny?
About 40,000 Americans are injured by toilets each year.
Fuck's
So
sake.
I read it then and I just thought dick water and the
Yeah, exactly.
dick burnt in the toilet water. So how does it's like South Park when they fall in when Craig's mum falls in the toilet and then they have to fucking flush the toilet and it sucks all her insides out. So it's like, is
Final
something like that
Destination.
going to happen? Like,
Final Destination.
yeah.
Death, that,
Well, how do you get injured by a toilet? Like, what does the toilet seat fall down on your dick or something?
Burning water.
Burning
It's
water,
the BDE,
exactly.
isn't it? You constantly keep saying
Yeah.
that to me. All
Just
bloody time.
anyway, right. Joke.
Okay.
The machine at the coin factory just suddenly stopped working with no explanation. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, fuck's
Did you
sake.
get it?
Yeah. No, that's fine. I can do
Technically, that is as well because we were in Europe and it says cents and that's the European currency. So, or we'll just say the Spanish
that.
currency.
Yeah.
So,
There
yeah,
we go,
dead joke.
that linked to the main topic. Dead joke. What you said.
Oh my god.
Well, thanks
Right.
for running with the episode. mate.
Yep. So socials.
What am I saying?
Give me your phone. I'll
Should I
say
attempt it?
No, if you want to.
That's all right. No,
Go on then. Socials.
Honestly, mate.
Socials.
Right, okay, yeah, no, I felt it. All right, all streaming platforms under the Soul Insights podcast. Please leave us a rating and a review, 5 stars preferably.
Yes.
Dankeschön. What else is it?
Socials.
Twitter, the SI Index, TikTok, Instagram, Soul Insights Index, and YouTube, Soul Insights. Is there anything else we say?
No, just
Thanks for
like,
tuning in.
subscribe,
Tell a friend
comment.
to tell a friend.
Yeah, tell a friend to tell his dog.
Go to the Ibiza closing parties because they bang.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe next year you want to go to the IB for opening parties.
Or even go peak season.
Or just go anywhere. Just
Or just
explore.
go-
Explore. Solo travel.
Yeah,
Group
exactly.
travel. However you want to do it, really, isn't it? So
Yeah, don't be too scared to do travel on your own.
just
'cause
do you.
bangs, doesn't it?
Do you.
Do you?
Yep.
Do you?
So thanks for tuning in.
And toodaloo. Dead.
Good.
Dead inside.